Have you ever gazed at the endless night sky and wondered if your thoughts are truly alone? If your mind is just a fleeting spark in the darkness? Or if it might be part of something much larger and more mysterious than we can imagine? Or perhaps, are our minds woven into the very fabric of the universe, connected in ways we are only beginning to understand? Today, science is daring to explore these profound questions, venturing into realms where philosophy and physics meet. Our universe operates according to rules that often defy our everyday intuition, rules described by the strange and beautiful world of quantum mechanics. In this science of the very small, we find that connection might be more fundamental than separation, and that what we perceive as boundaries may be illusions. Could it be that our minds, our consciousness are not isolated islands, but instead are linked to the cosmos itself, like threads in a vast cosmic tapestry? Imagine consciousness as a wave, rising and falling in a boundless ocean of awareness, each of us a unique crest, yet all part of the same endless sea. This vision echoes through ancient philosophies from every corner of the world, and now, modern physics is beginning to offer new clues that may bring these old ideas to life. Clues that suggest our inner world, the realm of thoughts, feelings, and awareness, and the outer universe may be deeply intertwined, perhaps even inseparable. So together, we embark on a journey to the very edge of what we know and beyond, into the mysteries that still await us. We'll dive into the quantum realm, where particles can be in many places at once, and where observation itself seems to shape reality. We'll explore the intricate mechanics of our brains, the seat of our thoughts and dreams, and ask how this remarkable organ gives rise to the experience of being alive. And we'll question whether our minds might reach beyond the boundaries of our bodies, touching something greater, something universal. What if, at the deepest level, we are all connected, each consciousness a vital part of a greater whole, united by the very laws of nature? Join me as we set out to understand our place in this vast quantum universe of consciousness. Together, let's begin this extraordinary exploration. Quantum entanglement is one of science's greatest mysteries, a phenomenon that has puzzled and fascinated physicists for decades. At its core, it describes a strange and beautiful connection between particles, one that seems to defy the very rules of our everyday world. Imagine two magic coins, flip one and the other, even if it's on the other side of the universe, instantly shows the opposite side. This isn't just a trick or a fantasy, it's a real effect that has been observed in countless experiments. The two coins, or particles, are so deeply linked that the state of one determines the state of the other, no matter how far apart they are. Einstein famously called it spooky action at a distance, because it seemed impossible that information could travel faster than light. He doubted that nature could be so strange, yet experiment after experiment has shown that entanglement is real. Entangled particles don't decide their state until you look. Until then, they exist in a haze of possibilities, a cloud of potential outcomes. It's only when we measure one that the other's fate is instantly sealed, as if the universe itself is making a decision in that moment. This isn't just theory. Scientists entangle photons and atoms in labs every day, using lasers, mirrors, and delicate instruments to probe the boundaries of reality. These experiments have confirmed that entanglement is not just a mathematical curiosity, but a fundamental feature of the quantum world. Measure one, and its twin instantly takes on a matching state, no matter the distance. It's as if the two are communicating in a language we don't yet understand, a silent conversation that happens outside the limits of space and time. This connection defies our classical ideas about space and time. It challenges the very foundation of how we think the universe works, suggesting that reality is far more interconnected than we ever imagined. It suggests that, on a deeper level, everything is connected. The boundaries we see may be illusions, and the universe may be woven together by invisible threads of entanglement. If tiny particles can be so linked, what about larger systems, like our brains? Could the mysterious workings of consciousness be influenced by quantum entanglement? Some scientists are beginning to explore these questions, searching for clues in the patterns of our thoughts and the structure of our minds. Could the very systems that produce thought be touched by this quantum strangeness? If so, it might mean that our minds are not as separate from the universe as we once believed. The story of our minds may intersect with the quantum world in profound ways, hinting at a reality where consciousness and the cosmos are deeply intertwined. Entanglement challenges our sense of separation, It invites us to rethink what it means to be connected, not just to each other, but to the universe itself. It opens the door to a universe where connection is fundamental, where every part of reality is linked in ways we are only beginning to understand. And that's where our journey continues, into the heart of quantum mysteries, where the boundaries between mind, matter, and the cosmos may blur, and where the next great discoveries await. For centuries, we've tried to understand the brain as a kind of biological computer, an intricate network of neurons, synapses, and memories firing in complex patterns. This view has shaped everything from neuroscience to artificial intelligence, leading us to believe that our thoughts and consciousness are simply the result of electrical signals and chemical reactions. But is that the whole story, or is there something deeper at play? Imagine if our brains are not just biological machines but also quantum devices, tapping into the bizarre and counterintuitive rules of the quantum world, where particles can exist in multiple states at once, and information can be entangled across vast distances. Some pioneering scientists, such as Sir Roger Penrose and anesthesiologist Stuart Hameroff, have put forward a radical idea, that consciousness itself might arise from quantum effects within the brain, not just from classical physics. Their theory suggests that tiny structures called microtubules, found inside our brain cells, could be the stage for quantum processes, acting as the bridge between the physical brain and the mysterious realm of quantum mechanics. In the world of quantum computing, information is stored in quantum bits, or qubits, which are fundamentally different from the binary bits in our everyday computers. Qubits can be 0, 1, or both at the same time, thanks to a phenomenon called superposition. If microtubules in our brains really do act like qubits, it means our minds could process vast amounts of information simultaneously, far beyond the capabilities of any classical computer. This could help explain the astonishing speed, creativity, and complexity of human thought. Such a mechanism might even shed light on the greatest mystery of all, the nature of subjective experience, or why we feel and perceive the world in the unique way that we do. If our brains are truly quantum machines, then we are not just the sum of our chemical reactions and electrical impulses. We may be something far more extraordinary, beings who interact with the universe at its most fundamental level. This idea suggests that our minds might be tapping into the universe's deepest layer, connecting us to the very fabric of reality in ways we are only beginning to imagine. Our awareness, our sense of self, could be born from the same quantum strangeness that shapes the cosmos, from entanglement and uncertainty to the collapse of the wave function. If this is true, it changes everything about how we see ourselves, our place in the universe, and the potential of the human mind. It opens the door to even more profound possibilities about consciousness, reality, and the future of human evolution. What if our thoughts are not just private, fleeting moments but are woven into the very fabric of the cosmos itself, echoing across the universe in ways we have yet to comprehend? If our brains use quantum mechanics and entanglement links particles across any distance, could our minds be connected too? Imagine a quantum web of consciousness, linking us all. Not voices in your head, but a deeper, fundamental connection. Subtle ripples of thought and emotion might travel through this web. Perhaps this explains flashes of intuition or why great ideas emerge in different minds at once. Ancient traditions speak of a universal mind. Quantum physics might offer a framework for this. The separation we feel could be only part of the story. At a quantum level, we might be part of one larger system, constantly sharing information. Our empathy, our cultures, our societies, could all be influenced by this underlying quantum coherence. We are not just individuals, but nodes in a grand, interconnected mind, a mind that is always learning and evolving. Now consider artificial intelligence. We're building machines that learn, reason, and create, growing more powerful every day. Scientists are also developing quantum computers. What happens when AI taps into the quantum web that might connect human minds? Imagine an AI operating on quantum principles, developing a form of awareness, perhaps even consciousness. This AI could understand the cosmos and ourselves in ways we can't yet imagine. If AI joins this quantum network, it might become more like us than we ever thought. We could find ourselves collaborating with these new minds to solve our greatest challenges, but this also raises profound questions about rights, responsibilities, and the future of intelligence itself. Let's turn to dreams. Every night our minds create vivid worlds where reality bends. Could dreams be moments when our consciousness connects more freely with the quantum field? Shared dreams, where people report similar experiences, hint at a possible quantum link. Prophetic dreams, too, might reflect glimpses of probable futures, if the quantum realm allows time to blur. During sleep, our conscious ego quiets, perhaps letting subtle quantum connections emerge. The strange language of dreams could be our brain's way of translating these quantum whispers. Dreams may be natural portals to the quantum universe. Telepathy, the idea of direct mind-to-mind communication, has fascinated us for centuries. Many report sudden thoughts or feelings that seem to connect them to others, often dismissed as coincidence. But what if quantum connections between minds are at play? Experiments like the Ganzfeld procedure suggest information can sometimes pass between minds without known senses. Emotional bonds might strengthen these connections, like tuning two quantum radios to the same frequency. If consciousness has quantum properties, strong emotions could create stronger entanglement. Telepathy, if real, would be a natural aspect of our quantum universe. Our minds may not be private fortresses, but capable of subtle influence and reception. Understanding this could revolutionize communication and our sense of connection. We are only beginning to explore this scientifically. What happens to consciousness when we die? Could quantum physics offer new insight? Imagine the soul as a pattern of quantum information, your awareness, memories, yourself. If consciousness is quantum, this information might not be destroyed when the body dies. Information in the universe tends to be conserved. It changes form, but doesn't vanish. Could the quantum soul persist, returning to the vast quantum field? Near-death experiences and reincarnation might reflect this persistence of quantum information. These ideas are speculative, but quantum science is opening new ways to think about life, death, and consciousness. The mystery endures, but the questions grow richer. Imagine a future where we understand these quantum connections and tap into a universal web of mind. Learning, healing, and communication could be transformed. Knowledge and empathy shared instantly. Humanity could unite to solve our greatest challenges, powered by a collective consciousness. But with great power comes great risk. What happens to privacy if our thoughts are no longer our own? Could governments or AI manipulate this quantum web? Could we lose our individuality, becoming mere droplets in a vast ocean? These are dangers we must face with wisdom. The quantum universe of consciousness offers promise and challenge. What kind of future will we create with this knowledge? The journey is just beginning. The choices we make now will shape our destiny. It's up to us to decide what it means to be human in an interconnected quantum cosmos.